Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, where we have beaten back the forces of Chaos, and indeed the rogue Skaven clan that just sort of shows up, because I guess the Vermintide are just kind of part of Chaos. As I understand it, Skaven are part of Chaos. Thank you for people who fill me in on the bits of fluff I don't really know. Indeed, over here, we have to take Swamp Town. Clear these bastards out of the way. Those guys need to be got flipping rid of soon. They're starting to suffer attrition. As I understand it, that should mean next turn it's a very, very big dose of attrition. Attrition seems to kick in pretty quickly when it comes to town sieges. So, let's just finish off this turn, unless there's anything else urgently that needs to be done here. Arkling is... there's more that needs to be done yet. Arkling needs to head on his way to relieve Lord Skrolk as soon as flipping possible. But actually... probably it's going to be fast of him to actually head by sea, isn't it? What's this, by the way? Is that... oh, we just put a little note up saying, hey, this port belongs to the Skaven. I feel like we shouldn't do that, because the whole point is we're, like, secretly under the ruins, but whatever, apparently we'd like to advertise. Yes, this does seem like the better idea. Rather than going by land, we'll head out by sea. We'll be able to get over to Skrolk a fair bit faster. Once we get out onto the water, being on the boat is definitely going to be the better idea. And they've got nothing that's going to be able to get out here, so that should be a-okay. And perfect timing, the new city we've got over here, get that up to level 3, and then very soon we'll get that up to level 2. And this slot, we can actually start putting some extra garrisons, walls, upgrades, etc, etc, etc. That will be just flipping marvellous right there. And don't forget, Sheaf is now completely done with Axotl being pretty much back up to strength. His army's back up to strength too, which means we can now head over to Quetzar. Looks like we can actually get that settled immediately as well. Still at 94%, so screw it. Get that settled at level 2 for 20 food. Very, very good indeed. Colonise that. And we've got all of our cities back better and flipping better. And this place can also be immediately upgraded to level 3. So everything's pretty much back to how it should be. It's slowed down the growth of Itza to level 5, which is a shame. But Itza should still be very, very easily guarded, thanks to all the benefits from, yeah, its level 4 back tunnels and all of that. And once again, let's just get this place a little bit making money thanks to rubbish pits, also for Untainted. And yeah, alarmed tunnels, let's get these places walled the hell up. Wall up literally everything. Because I'm guessing in the 5th ritual, basically everything's going to come under attack from every flipping side. I just want walls and reinforced garrisons literally flipping everywhere. Take no chances. See, this is looking more like it up here. I don't even know if the creeping jungle is at any risk of being attacked. But if it is, we've got flipping walls everywhere. Everything's fine. Also, can we build a new... also, always build more rubbish pits. Why would you not build rubbish pits? Now, back to Mazdamundi up north, who we last saw, yep, coming ashore there. Then presumably just, I guess, march stanced over to there and went straight back onto the sea. Not sure where he's going, but we now do have a decent-sized army, or indeed 2, thanks to Arkling's arrival. So, if he does want to get stupid with us, I think we should be able to handle it. Now, the Cult of Pleasure. I'm actually interested in what these guys are doing, because they seem to be invading Mazdamundi, and that flipping works for me. So if they can get a really decent army, oh yeah. Yeah. They've still got decent armies floating around. That's going to keep Mazdamundi busy. That force, however, with... ooh... a nice winged evil horse. Everyone loves a nice winged evil horse. And Queek continues to be in trouble, losing out to the elves in the south, and now Krokgar's heading to the northern settlements. Queek is being rapidly squeezed out, unfortunately, after a good starting point. Elves and lizards together, poor Queek Headtaker is a bit on the screwed side. Clan Sky just continuing to just make a mess over there. They've just won... ooh! Did they finally take it? I think they... oh my goodness, they finally took it. These guys are obviously now going to start begging for peace, but they're not throwing any money my way, so screw them. And apparently there are puppets of chaos, possibly... puppets of chaos. Ooh. Oh my. The vampires just lost territory there. Also, Sheaf, Test of Loyalty. Either Tail Stretcher Loyalty -3, or Hero Success Chance... why would I ever go for anything other than this? Obviously that. Right. It would appear the rebel force has just potentially burnt down the mouth of Quaversa. Mysteriously, the rebel force seems to have ceased to exist at the same time. Now, this works for me. I can finally actually take the rest of this territory, which is good. This force is actually... what's even here? Is there anything here? There's probably nothing here because it's just ruins. Right, okay. Well, this is excellently good news. Get down to flipping Axolotl. Keep healing up down there. You don't need to be here anymore. That's fine. This place is absolutely a-okay and being built up nice and quickly. Lovely. And these guys, next turn, can get straight over to... Can you get over here? That's a... Yeah, that's a road. You should be able to make it there next turn. And then, immediately, we can... Wait, what? Oh no, sorry, that's one of their agents. Good, I was worried there for a second. But an agent can't colonise. And they can never get these troops down in time. So, yeah, the Vampire Coast is going to be down to 2 territories. Because we can now have Quaversa. And that's got exotic animals, so that's just some extra trade resources. That is always nice to have. But more importantly, it means we'll own this entire territory. So I can actually put it into exploitative or whatever. In general, it's a good thing. Also, Axolotl, have yourself some covert choke points. You were attacked by the last Chaos invasion. Let's make sure it doesn't happen again. Or if it does, this time you can handle yourself better. Also, what was this little mission? Mission failed. Wait. Perform an action against the following settlement. Oh, yeah. Where even was that? Why did you want me to do that? That was a stupid thing for you to want me to do. Now, how much has this town just been badly damaged? It should be... Yes, indeed. Everyone now down to half strength. Very, very good indeed. So now, while they do still have some strength, it's now a lot more damage. The question is, do I actually want to push up onto the walls regardless? I mean, I do actually have right now Plague Monks. These guys, they've still only got that 10 armor. It's not great. It's not great at all. We've got the Censer Bearers, but they've only got the 10 armor. This is not the best force for really going into a city. But if we can just get up onto the walls, these guys have not got much at all. I think we can probably just push in at this point. We can just basically go up onto the walls with, yeah, we should have 6 siege towers because it's 2 times 3. And then, after that point, yeah, I think we can basically just grind our way straight through these guys. This shouldn't be a problem at this point, especially with Skrog providing backup in the form of magic and support from our own artillery. Plus, we never really get to see human settlements, so it'll be nice to actually see a human settlement. So go on then, let's see what all this looks like. Battle of Swamp Town. Well, I can see why everybody wants that. Everyone wants to live in Swamp Town. And I'm going to guess maybe this stuff over on the left here is actually swamp. Even though it's marked as like rock, it might be swamp as this is Swamp Town. No, no, it is not swamp. It is very much a giant thing of rock. I mean, by any chance, could I actually get someone... Can I get something on top of here? If I just walked up this path, I'm going to guess no. I'm going to guess that wouldn't be allowed. As hilarious as it would be, it is all marked in grey. So I'm guessing I can't just actually go and put, like, you know, artillery on top here and besiege settlement. As amazing that would be. Oh, this is really cute. And I like the fact you've got that statue there. Ooh, human town. Big human town as well. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. I like this human town. This is really lovely. This is lovely architecture. Ooh, I should do a playthrough as humans at some point. Not for the channel, just for myself. I like playing. Total War is one of the very few games I just actually play, like, for myself. Though, admittedly, you know, if you were to fall back to that castle up there, I kind of feel like you'd probably be able to do a good job, like, you know, fighting up that castle. But no, apparently, as long as we, like, you know, take this here marketplace where they sell the balloons and just clear out the guys from the walls, that's good enough. We've as good as one there. So actually, the amount of wall here is pretty limited. Which kind of works for me, actually, because it means I can basically just use my siege towers for the whole thing. And then we've got, yeah, presumably some slightly reinforced gates, a nice gatehouse there. Oh, again, really nice. I like the way you've done the town. It's a very nice town indeed. Now, because of the location of the towers, I'm probably safest to put my catapults over here. And basically, hang on, let's zoom out to the tactical map here. I'm probably safest to... Okay, you're in the way, gamble screen. If I put these here, yeah, that'll give me a shot at these walls without actually having to worry about these towers, because these towers will have, like, a fairly narrow reach. So here will give me a nice shot. So that's probably decent. I'll start my deployment, by the way. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So this is going to be the safest angle to approach in. Obviously, the key guys are going to be the Storm Vermin. They're the toughest lads right over here. So we want the Storm Vermin right over in this direction. And they can basically do the hard fighting on this side. Yeah, that'll flippin' do. That's all very, very nice indeed. I do like the Skaven Siege equipment. It's very, very evil looking. I am just the bad guys and I'm fine with that. Right, so next up beyond that point, we also have, yeah, on this side, this is where we're going to have to send in... ideally with some cover, maybe in the form of sacrificing these Death Runners slightly, we can get in the other 4 lads. So they can be sent in over to round this gate. By the way, everyone else just kind of back off a little bit for the time being. Just everyone just fall back, thank you. So we've got ourselves 1 for you, and then 1 over there for you, and then on the other side, and on the other side. Actually, because it's towers, we don't need to worry so much, because towers means they'll be shooting for the towers. So that'll be fine. So you just move a little bit further. Yeah, we've got... Oh, hang on. Did I just move... Okay, what did I just take? Because I kind of meant you to be over there, but alright, fine. I guess the Plague Monk Sensor Bearers can be the ones to go in on this side then. That's AO flipping K. I guess they'll have cover to support them. Now, bear in mind, we should also have reinforcements behind to also climb up the towers. And Scrolky Scrog, I'd like to have him over on this side. Basically, he can just run straight in, get into the dead zone. Though actually, ooh, the dead zone might be dangerous. It might be safer for him to basically join this side. And basically, yeah, he'll join this side over here, use his powers to support this side together with the catapult, and make sure we get at least 1 good, nice, easy breach over there. And these 2 guys can basically just follow on this side and run up behind the towers there. That's absolutely fine. Other than that, I'm going to put everyone else over here, because then they're going to be safe from the towers. They'll be out of tower range. So everyone else can just basically wander over here, including, do I want Death Runners? Maybe I'll put these guys over here. Death Runners can actually be backups and actually get involved if need be. So the Death Runners can basically just follow... Didn't I put one of you? Hang on. Where did I just put you? Oh, you're back here for some reason. Well, okay. You 2 get over here and follow up these 2. That should just about work. You know, hopefully. I don't know. It might do. With enough kind of support, it'll be okay. Right, start the battle. Now pause. Where are they? And I may as well just send these guys forward. I know I'm going to be sending them forward. So, you to there. And you to there. That's... No. You to there, please. You guys may as well just kind of run over here and just kind of climb up this area while you're there. Can you get up there? No, you can't. You guys just basically stay back here for the time being. You can get involved later. You guys, obviously the towers are also going to go in. So to... Oh, yeah, there's plenty of spots over there. So you can go over there. You can go over there instead. You can get over there. You 2 here. Marvellous. Everything's looking good. You guys over to there, and that's absolutely fine. And these guys can just, again, stay back for the time being. The catapult should immediately start firing at something. So they should have... Yeah, they've got range at something immediately. So these guys should just basically open fire, and they'll start basically catapulting all of this business. Looks like it's mostly just, yeah, just spearmen, shields, and basic stuff. We should be able to just walk straight in. Hopefully. You guys ready to start firing? Yeah? You guys got a shot? Guys? I feel like you should be... Come on, guys. Fire at will. Fire at... Okay, seriously, guys, I feel like you actually have shots. Like right here. Do you want to... Okay, apparently he's decided he doesn't really like that, but okay. How about shooting over there? Yeah, you can shoot. You do actually totally have shots, so... I don't know why you weren't actually already taking them. In come the shots, and these guys are not going to dodge out the way. And Plague Claws are pretty bloody accurate, so this is actually going to do very, very good work, all things considered. Marvellous. Possibly it's saying because like they don't have a direct, easy shot, they don't like it as much. These people are starting to die pretty quickly. Oh, there's swordsmen. We probably want them out the way. Now, where are the mortars? Have you kept them right at the back? Because if they're right at the back... Oh, yeah. You've kept them right at the back. So... Let's abso-flipping-lutely get some clan rats keeping you lads busy. So, you guys just basically deal with all of that, please. There we go. That'll stop them firing for the time being. So, they just basically run in over there and start dealing with all that. My catapults are doing good work over here. These things are in fine shape for the time being. These guys have taken a few knocks, but that's absolutely fine. Now, you guys basically get forward over here. In fact, actually get down the middle. And Scrolky Scrolk, I need you to get down the middle too. Get into a good position over here. Now, if we can just basically get the... Oh, right, they're already not happy about life. In come some Plague Monk Sensor Bearers. And those are halberd lads. They are not the best suited for this sort of thing. And now just basically, now they're just being torn apart. Scrolk's probably ready to drop down a Plague right into the middle of all this momentarily. Is he in range? I think we're about in range. That'll do it. 1 plague right in the flipping middle. And just drop that in. He should be about ready. There it goes. Right, 1 plague right in the middle. Didn't need to overcharge that at all. So in which case you just basically get up here as quick as you can, please. Those guys are now heading up. Skrulk needs to basically head over to anywhere where he's safe. He'll be alright for the time being. Those guys are collapsing very, very quickly indeed. These lads can basically just go about and do their own thing. These guys will be fine. Hang on. Who are you guys? You guys get over here. You guys just basically fight your way over here. That's fine. These are... Ooh, there's still some nasty stuff going on over here, though. Right, Skrulky Skrulk. We might need you for something a little bit more in this direction. So I'm just going to basically get him over here. I think the... Yeah. We need to send in more reinforcements over to this side, please, just to basically get these guys out of the way. Not necessarily to win, just to stop them firing. There we are. There's more flipping Outriders yet, though, which will probably scare those guys off, but it'll just keep things busy. Skrulk needs to drop a great big plague. Ideally, a double charged plague, like right over... This should do the job. Right about there. There we go. No, don't move away from this spot right now, you bastards. And, it'll still do a ton of damage. And 4, 3, 2, 1, come on. There is... Oh, no. Why is that underneath? Why is that underneath? No! Is that still doing damage? Oh, I don't know. I feel like that should be doing damage, but it feels like it just missed. Which is very irritating if that's what happened. Right, those guys are being wrapped up pretty quickly. Can I get a hex on you, by the way? Are we in range? That feels like that's fine. Let's get rid of all of your armor, please. All of your flipping armor is now out of the way. I think we can Pestilent Breath onto the walls. That will be a really lovely spot for Pestilent Breath, by the way. Hang on, Pestilent Breath. Right about here. Come on. I can't do it on a wall. Can you do it off a wall so it goes onto a wall? No, not by the looks of things. Okay. Looks to me like all of this is falling apart pretty quickly. So this side's basically been secured. That's the leader right over there. What have we got? We've got Plague Monks here. Plague Monks can go down, and a full strength unit of Plague Monks should be able to assassinate that guy. We should be able to... Vermintide. I could bless with filth. I'd like to have just hit those with the great big spell, which is the whole reason I wanted that. Okay, you guys, can you guys get over here and hit any of these lads? Because if you can, that'd be flipping great. Just get a bit closer. Ouch! Some guys are still under attack. What even is that back there? I think that's some Night Run or something. That's just Plague Monk backup. It's fine. Right, you guys get up here. Skrulk, go for the plague. Just the basic plague, please. Just please get it on the... Oh! Oh, yeah. In come the catapults too. In come the catapults too. Now, come on the walls. I said on the flipping walls. So, come on. Where is it? Where's the... Is he actually there? Oh, they're already starting to break anyway. I think it's already falling apart. No, for some reason, he's normally willing to cast it on the walls, but today he's decided he can't be bothered, and we've just won. I wasn't actually expecting to win right there, but that was good enough. Fine, so that was a little bit easier than I was expecting. Bit of damage to the old infantry, but nothing too major. I like this. This is a human town. This is cute. It's very cute. It suits the landscape, kind of. I especially like the skull towers. We'll keep those. So, nice decisive victory, gets us a fair bit of food. Yep, lovely, making up for the food we've used for colonisation efforts and whatever. Back up to 90%. Healthy addition to the treasury as well. Together with, ooh, Dragon Helm. I don't know what that is, but it's pretty good. You're nearly at level 33, but not quite. So, in which case, obviously, we do actually want to take this place, and we've just taken a fair amount of food. I'd be happy to take this at level... I'll take it at level 2. I want to get to level 3 as soon as possible. Level 2 will do for the time being. Loot and occupy. Move in. We're having this for us. In we go. And Jurgen Hurt-Wiggins has been taken care of. Fire resistance 25%. That's kind of cool. In certain circumstances, that might be very useful. And leadership, ooh, up to confident besieger, because you've done a lot of that business. Right, so, Swamp Town is in a bit of trouble, and obviously we want... Hang on, what does this do? Clay pits. No, we'll do that later. The priority is to get the alarm tunnels going on. I want this place fortified, and I want this place fortified, and that's what we're working on right now. Now, these guys will probably at some point come back later, which is kind of why I wanted Arkling in here, because I'd also like, while we're just kind of passing through, I'd like to basically finish these guys off once and for all. Now, are you... Are you actually there? Oh, there we are. Good. You can actually attack them the same turn. I was confused there for a second. Well, that's fine. In which case, time to finish these bastards off. And I think that should be the end of you. Can we also just have a little bit of food? Oh, yes, a healthy amount of food, in fact. Yes, lovely. And how about money? That's a good amount of money. But unfortunately, we don't actually want this place. This place would not actually be that useful to me. It doesn't have any special resources attached to it. It would leave us more exposed to Mazdamundi. So instead, I guess we could just sack it. We could just sack it and deal with... Yeah, that's a healthy amount of money to have. No. What I want to do is I want to get this faction done. This place is being razed to the ground. And the New World colonies have been destroyed. Abso-flippin' lovely. Raise multiple settlements. Enemy siege holder time -1. That's a useful thing to have. Oh, Helper Attendant, that is number 16. That's the 16th Helper Attendant, together with more... Ooh, Warpstone from all buildings plus 5%. Lardy flipping dar. Okay. And you have apparently leveled up from that up to level 28. Very, very good indeed. And absolutely, we should be giving you Blastmaster from that. Keep that going on. Together with our Chemist Spark, who is just the best. He's just absolutely the flipping best. We've already given him everything we need on that side. I guess we just keep giving him spells just for the sake of that. Actually, you know what? I'll give him Howling Warp Gale. Because if we ever do run into like a dragon, Howling Warp Gale on a flyer will actually be quite useful in theory. So, yeah. And then I think next turn we get Evasion, and then we get into... what is Skitterleap? Exactly. Type Hiding. Can it use if? Hang on. So... Okay, Skavencaster disappears in a puff of greenish smoke, only to reappear elsewhere. Ah, okay. So basically, target's hidden, effective when flanking, plus speed, adds the stalk ability, spotted at close range. Fine. So basically, he can make himself or someone else disappear. That's kind of cool. I mean, like, if I can make that work on, say, ogres, make rat ogres disappear, that'd be hilarious. And he also gets Crack's Call, which is actually pretty powerful. So let's kind of move him towards that sort of a direction. That strikes me as pretty useful. So... that is Port Reaver taken care of, and next turn he can basically head over towards Swamp Town, and him and Skrulk can basically come to an agreement about who's staying up north and who's heading down south. Because Skrulk's heading down south, but some of Arkling's army is good enough that I think it ought to go with Skrulk. That strikes me as sensible. Assuming, by the way, you're not planning to come and attack me. In theory... if he was planning to basically break everything, but then again, would he do it right now? It would be stupid for him to do it right now, because literally there is a bit of an invasion going on all over the shop. There are... oh, blimey. There are Chaos Forces in terms of rebels outside his territories. Is that... what do you actually have there? Do you have walls? He's got... yeah, he's got the walls there. He's got the walls and the settlement fine, which is why that place is a little bit more on the secure side. But regardless... flipping regardless, he's not in great shape at all. And don't forget, by the way, yeah, Monument to the Moon. Let's get that place up to Fortified Entries, level 3. In case anyone decides to send any stuff down in this direction, let's just get this place built up as quickly as possible. What else do we want here, if anything? Can't see anything of note, so screw it. Just give it yet another scrap heap, because rubbish pits are useful. And also, don't forget to upgrade that. That's additional money coming in. Very, very nice indeed. But that surplus, 11,000, I'm liking that. I wonder if I could just gently, you know, encourage the forces of chaos to move in to the causeway. If, for example, I was to assault the garrison, 95% chance to succeed. Let's just weaken them. How did you fail? How did you flipping fail? Though at least actually if you fail, you don't gain the tired debuff, which is nice. So you failed a 95% chance to succeed. Well, at least you didn't get wounded in return, you bloody idiot. Right, I think that's about all we can do here for the time being. End this turn, see what's coming up next. Because actually, we're almost flipping done with this. And more than halfway to the flipping next one as well. We are going up very, very quickly here. Right, get things going. Lord Mazdamundi, where are you going? Because are you coming down here to attack me at this point? Because if so, he might win. What's he doing? Well, he hasn't attacked us. He might just want that settlement for himself. And if he wants it, quite frankly, he can have it. I just wanted those guys off the map because I was at war with them. So I think they've basically taken that. So I'm probably technically trespassing right now, which I feel is not my fault. Though actually, ooh. If he's just settled that, his army is going to be incredibly weak. Like, if there was a time to potentially, just potentially, attack that place immediately, it would be right now. It just depends. Ooh. Oh, hang on. Is that by any chance a flipping... Ooh, it's a black arc, I'm guessing. I think that's the first time we've actually seen one of them pootling around. That's cool. I don't know what it's doing, but it's there. And presumably it belongs to, Morathi. And I consider Morathi a friend, so that's nice. Are you about to attack that by any chance? If you want to do that, you're more than welcome, because if it's been long enough since we declared peace, I might actually be willing to attack Mazdamundi right now, because he's stupidly gone and basically thrown all his strength away in the form of settlers for a colonisation effort, while I've got an army standing right flipping there. And there's Queek Headtaker, still badly flipping damaged. He's finally managed to take Dawn's Light back, but it's not going well for him. He's losing everything in the north to, Krokgar, and everything in the south to Elves. He's kind of being squeezed out of everything, in fact. There's barely anything left. Oh, and by any chance, do you guys want to finally have peace with me? And you're willing to pay for it too. Good. 100% accepted. Well done. Also, apparently the World Route Rangers just went and I think murdered Morathi's. Oh, no, maybe they didn't. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, we've completed the ritual.
Upon the Grey Seer's orders, did the scribe visit the laboratories of Clan Moulder to secure strong specimens enhanced by the ritual for the labors ahead. Construction continues, but Skaven Blight is strangely silent. Are our lords fully apprised of Volskrieg's plan?
Oh, something's not quite right. Why is Skaven Blight quiet? And the Puppets of Chaos have been destroyed, and that ritual has been completed. Marvellous. Now, what's going on here? 2 turns left for them, 1 turn left for them. So, we're not sure exactly how much they've got, but it feels like I am going to win the race to the 5th ritual here. That should be fine, and we should be in good shape when that happens. Now, what's actually going on here? And have you guys actually... Ooh. Mazdamundi... down to 12 units here. Down to 12 units. And those units are badly damaged. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. And 3 are agents. So really, there's only 9 actual units here. Albeit it does include a Blessed Stegodon, which might be a little bit on the interesting side. And my force is actually... damage, albeit not much damage. And I've got artillery. And presumably he doesn't have anything yet. Like, this force has got to be... Ooh. Well. This is worth thinking about. Whether it's time to just kind of clear Mazdamundi off the map for a bit. Because even if it doesn't give me a direct advantage, it would hopefully give... Did you just... Oh, I think they just, like, you know, they just skirmished against each other. It would, at the bare minimum... give these guys a bit of breathing room. By the way, if I can just get you out the way, assault these units. 95% chance. Right, damage those guys. You level up to level 30. Very nice indeed. Again, just kind of keep making you better and better and better here. Let's just go for more flipping melee attacking. Sure, why not? I'm just weakening these guys for you, so you can finish them off nice and easy and then move into Kotek's Causeway, because I kind of want you to be pushing towards the capital. I can't remember how long it's been, so let's see if the game's happy with me doing it. If I put it under siege and I attack these guys... In all fairness, if I get a bad reputation at this point, it kind of feels like it doesn't matter anymore. In fact, actually, there's so little here, it looks like I can just auto-resolve it, which is great. So, I'm happy to do that to clear Mazdamundi out of the way. I mean, I made it pretty clear that what I wanted out of this place was I wanted it razed to the ground. Don't move into a place I've just razed when the razing army is still standing there. Alright? That's just a bad idea. So I've got myself a ton of money and XP and whatever and food, which is lovely. And once again, we're going to raise it again. And sooner or later, you're going to figure it out. Defeat Lord Mastermind. I swear we've done that before. Maybe it was Arkling that did it previously. That's the second set of World's Edge armor. And also, we've killed 2 of his agents, or heroes, sorry. Which is definitely for the better. Though, the downside is, it means once again, we're stuck not moving this turn. But actually, you've Apparently Scroll just leveled up. I don't know why Scroll just leveled up. It's time to start looking over here, by the way, the advanced stuff. Because Scroll is, I think the level cap's at 40 these days. So, when we actually put Scroll's Ultimate Army together, we will be able to have some nice flipping level 7, sorry, rank 7 and above units. So, which of these is the most important? That's basically for armor leadership and physical resistance for rat ogres and plague monks, not so much. Missile damage up for that one's very important. For, does it include Plague Claw? It does include Plague Claw. Plus 12% for Plague Claw. That's really nice. This is presumably just for, yeah, Gutter and Knight. We can do without that one. And that's melee attack for... Oh, does include Storm Vermin. Good. I was about to say, if it's just Skaven Saving Clarence, that's garbage. But no, it does include that. Fine. Definitely take Whip Smart immediately. Missile damage up 12% from really powerful stuff. That's absolutely worth having. So, the nice thing that we have here, we're back at war with these guys, unfortunately, is, yeah, these guys are, for the time being at least, ooh, this garrison's not going to be good for the time being, but that force is not great either. Mazdamundi's off the field for the time being. And Skeggie's, I think, really well guarded. Oh yeah, Skeggie's really well guarded. Don't even worry about Skeggie. Again, we're not even trying to take this area. Remember, we don't care about this area. All we want is... I could just have Skrulk move over here. And then I need these guys to move out next turn. That was worth doing. Even if it, like, delays us for a turn, it was worth doing just for that. I could just have... Actually, no, I'm going to move Skrulk out to here just because I want to see what that is. Your army performs better in battle, better in campaign. I'm hoping this will be campaign movement range or something. And that is Trunk of Maps, campaign line of sight plus 50%, and a Warrior Bane passive ability, including... Is it an item? Oh yeah, it's a dropped item. Hex, so minus 6% weapon damage on all enemies 40 meters around you. We've almost certainly got better, to be honest. Fine. So we've grabbed that, in which case probably what I should do is move you over here. I doubt there's going to be anything coming in anytime soon. We'll just move you round over here, probably put you into... Actually, I think I could do it now. Am I allowed to... No, put you into March stance, please. If I move you into here, can we do the big switchy roundy now? Because that'd be useful if I was allowed to do that. Here we go. So, unit exchange. So at this point, basically, I want the good quality stuff to move over to Lord Skrulk. So I need to move that, and that down, because those are really good quality bits of that. There's some really good quality Rat Ogres, and the really good quality Warp Fire Throwers. You can keep the Gutter Runner Slingers. We don't need those. Those are only Bronze Chevron experience. You can have all of that, but... I'm afraid I also need... I know you've been travelling with Alchemist Spark for some time. Unfortunately, I do need Alchemist Spark. I'm very sorry, but I need him. He's important. Also, can't help but notice that it looks like, yeah, your Storm Vermin Halberd are a little bit better than mine. So I'm going to be swapping that round. You can totally have that. In compensation, I'm willing to give you Death Runners, which are pretty good. I might keep their... Do I actually want the Sensor Bearers? Like, okay, I get the benefit with Skrulk from them, and I guess they are pretty good. You can have Plague Monks. It's time to move away from some Plague Monks here, and maybe I should just trade away the Silver Chevron Ogre, because I don't need more than 2 Ogres, and having 2 that are in gold will be fine. How many more do I need to... Okay, that'll do. So if I trade all that away, make that trade, this army's then going to basically have very little bit screw it. Make that exchange. And now Skrulk has got all of that good stuff. And Arkling has got a lot of flipping Plague Monks that he doesn't really need. Screw it. Skrulk, can you go any further? No, I think you're pretty much done. Fine. So next turn, Skrulk is now going to start marching south with pretty much the best stuff we've got in the Empire in terms of experience. And in particular, yeah, unit rank 7 and above in a lot of locations. Who's got good quality infantry, by the way? In particular, does anyone have, like... Oh. The problem is, large parts of our infantry is relatively untested. We've got... Scalpite. You've got some good stuff. You have got Silver Chevron Halberds over there, together with Silver Chevron... Yeah, Deathglow Bombardiers and those guys. That'll flip and do. What have you got? You've not got much at all, aside from, yeah, double silver rank 5 on another warp cannon. That's okay, but we can probably do without. At this point, you're probably just heading south to grab as much as you can of Globadiers and Bombardiers. They're probably the most important thing at this point. Also, Globadier and Bombardier are fun words to say in case you hadn't noticed that before. But speaking of which, before the flipping vampires get down here, yes indeed, it's time to get in here and deal with this. We've got plenty of money. The mouth of Quaversa is now going to actually be ours. We're up to 90%. Just take it at level 1. Level 1 is fine. We don't do anything else there. Send some people there. The province has been secured. Nice. How's the public order? Public order's absolutely fine. So in which case, put this place straight into exploitative planning. This place is not making money anyway. You will recover pretty quickly. Sheaf is fine for the time being. And straight over to Quaversa. This is apparently... repair that and level that up. That's level 3 already. Yeah, that's level 3. Also get that up to maxed out scrap heap and plenty of lumber. And now get this place up to level 2. And now, at this point, immediately, vampiric corruption ought to fall to... Okay... osmosis. It's still going to be there because of osmosis. I'm not sure osmosis off what exactly. There's no agents nearby, but I guess, like, just because the trees are still, like, dead or whatever. Maybe that'll fade over time, I'm not sure. Seems to be fine to me. Anyway, seems to be flipping fine to me. Let's go over to the tech tree here. The unique building is... hang on. Shouldn't there be... there it is. Exotic animal tamer. So that's just... yeah, it's just some untainted and exotic animals for trade. Nothing major, to be honest, but we will at least build it. Because we still make some money through trade, albeit not a huge amount, to be honest. I mean, 4,000 versus 22,000 off taxes. So... it makes a contribution. It pays for an army. 4,000 is, you know, enough to pay for an entire army. So it's worth still getting some trade resources in. It's fine. And speaking of money, yep, just keep slapping down all the level 3 business wherever we can and build a backup set of buildings for advanced military infrastructure down in the south. So in case we lose anything in Oixel, we've got backups. And this is looking better and better. At this point, the entire northern coast around this area is really under control. We've just taken Port Reaver off this area. Basically, I want Arkling now to live in Swamp Town. He's just going to move in over here. We're just going to take that place over pretty quickly. Hopefully it'll grow pretty fast and that'll all be fine as well. Once we get that place up to level 3, we'll build walls on it. He can hang out there. And if Mazdamundi ever tries to go and take Port Reaver again, the moment he gets taken, we just go over and we smash it. And we've left the door wide open to Marathi and her girls to come in and basically smash the hell out of everything. Because at this point... they don't have any armies on this side of the Empire. I think this is the only army they've got that we've got any visibility of right now. They might have more over here, but I can't flip and see it. So, for the time being, they are incredibly vulnerable. And I really hope Marathi takes advantage of this. And I'd love to see them lose their capital. I'd love to see them lose the capital. Though, admittedly, it's guarded by a lot of temple guards, Croxagors, Pterodon riders, dinosaurs, all sorts of stuff. So, probably it won't. Also, I still have that mission for 40 Warpstone to basically kill any agent of the Lizardmen. Unfortunately, the Lizardmen seem to be actually out of anything, and yeah, killing them in battle didn't count. It needed to be an assassination. So I kind of need to find an agent to take out. There's one over there. Okay. We need to go to this army. This guy, but this guy's going to be tired now. How many turns is it for exactly? Hang on, where are you? Where are you? You're not tired right now. Possibly you'll become tired next turn. I think it might be for like 3 turns or something. So that might take a while. But we need to remember to assassinate one of these guys. Because an extra 40 just to seal the deal and make flipping sure we get up to the 5th ritual first. Now, what have we got over here? Yeah, this is the one army they've got left. And it actually seems to have about 45 guys in it. So he's falling back to Kotek's Causeway. Understandably worried by the threat posed by Marathi. And then Kroggar is presumably, I imagine, about to... oh, blimey. Also, there's just some wood elves around there for no well-explained reason. They've survived really well for having only one flipping settlement. Possibly no one wants it because it's a magical forest and that's generally not good terrain for anyone. Okay, here we go. Cult of Pleasure I want you guys to move in and put this place... Nope, they're falling back. They don't like the fact it's now got an actual garrison in it. But if you'd like to... I think she's just... Yeah, she's ransacked that place, but not actually taken it over. So at this point, they're now just running around ransacking everything. So there's damage being done to Mazdamundi here. The poor lad is in bad shape, all things considered. And more words from a really weak little group of Dark Elves over here. They've ended the non-aggression pact. Well, that's just fine. Thanks. Now Klanskaya, having finally, after decades of work, managed to take over the monument of Izatal, what's your next objective? Are you just going to basically hang out in the Pillars of Unseen Constellation and do nothing of interest forever? I'm guessing it's nothing of interest forever. And the Vampire Coast have, lost yet another territory. They're down to just 2, Awakening and Poxmarsh up at the north there. If the French shot with another full-stack army, that might actually work for me. Yeah, and there's the flipping, those Wood Elves. What exactly are you doing around here? Are you joining in? Are you friends with those guys? I don't know. Also... there's a lot of big nasty forces of rebel-y stuff just basically floating around. Yeah, what exactly do you want out of life? You have put that place under siege. Good. Works for flipping me. Ritual completed. Public order for 5 turns. Very, very nice indeed. Nice. And win 2 battles against Lizardmen. I've won a lot of battles against Lizardmen, to be perfectly honest. I feel like, I've already kind of done that one. Now, what are we doing? These guys are... that's almost done, that's almost done. So, Nagarond is done next time we end this turn. Lothern, 1 extra turn away. But I feel like we're already getting really nice and close here. So, at this point, things we need to do. Arkling, you are 8 out of 10 on the old loyalty front. So, hopefully you'll be fine over there. Now I need you over to Swamp Town, please. That is where you are hanging out from now on. Haux is still 1 turn away from being level 3. Then we can get some actual upgraded walls, upgraded garrisons. And Swamp Town is going to be some turns away. Yeah, it's going to be flipping 5 turns before that's done. I probably should have actually built like a Rattling Warren to speed that up. But then again, it's not that much, really, is it? No, it's not even going to help that much. It's fine. You can just basically chill out there. That's fine. And obviously, I can't do anything with proclamations because I only own literally 1 town here. So, in which case, Skrulk, you probably need to just get yourself, as quick as you'd like, back over to the south. Now, would it be better for you to go around the coast? There's... how much is there to pick up? There's only like 2, maybe 3 if you went all the way out here on the whole coast. That's not really worth it, to be honest. You're better off just basically heading down and hitting the road. Though, admittedly, the roads aren't great. But remember, when we hit, like, Itza, use the underway to get back to Oixorb faster. That'll definitely be the better bet. But we should be able to march down to Itza pretty quickly. So, Skrulk has now got some good stuff. Can you get inside? No! Okay, fine. Be stupid. Whatever. I guess you'll just go over here. Fine, what have you. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to go onto the sea. But okay, fine. You're okay for the time being. Monument of the Moon. This is all well protected. That can have level 2 scrap heap because why not, eh? And just keep storing up the population surplus because I'd rather have Pahaux leveling up as fast as possible. Because if there's one place there's going to be an attack, it's going to be here. But honestly, I don't see it happening anytime soon. I could just train an extra... wait, what happened to my... what just actually happened to that? Oh, it's probably because the ritual's over. I think you get, like, bonus something during the ritual. Okay. That's fine for the time being. That's A-okay for the time being. In fact, Shriek, are you actually... ooh, hang on. Maybe you're not tired. Are you not tired? I would have thought you're tired. Maybe you're tired of your assassinated character. And, sadly, I can't get you inside that city. I need to find someone for you to assassinate, damn it. Possibly, like, the best place for you to stand is, like, right about here. So, ideally, I'd like you to have visibility of Monument of the Sun as well as Kotek. Can you just go and stand about... yeah, that's probably a good enough starting point. You've got pretty good visibility of a lot of stuff around there. And you can also see this road to make sure nothing's actually coming for Pahaux. So that actually works for me. Lovely. I mean, I probably should actually reinforce the floating pyramid because there's a beach here. So in theory, something could just kind of come across from here, get over here and attack that. So I probably should at some point upgrade that. But 2 population surplus. Level 3. No, I'd rather get this place up to level 4. I'll feel secure once it's level 4. Now, the chance of Zlan Hjorpek being involved in the final ritual seems pretty bloody low. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe consider coming back to that one. What else potentially needs some upgrades? We've also got, yeah, I mean, technically none of these places have upgrades either, but they're so out of the way, the chance of them being involved feels astronomically low. Oh, go on then. Floating pyramid. I'll get it up 1 level just for the sake of getting the basic walls down. Ah, and Kotak, I will absolutely give those guys the covert choke points just to basically help out there. They absolutely need that. This place is making some decent money, and if there's space for nothing, always just throw down an extra rubbish pit, because why not have extra rubbish pits? Also, who exactly are the Celestial Storm exactly? Ooh, well, I'm glad I paid attention to that. There's just a group of random lizards. Though admittedly, where did you even come from? Just small warbands have coalesced into a rogue army. Okay. Fortunately, I think after the last time we had trouble down here, I've pretty much reinforced this place up everywhere. So, yeah. Kayaks and Southern Sentinels and Zanslek all pretty much either have walls or will very soon have walls. Southern Sentinels, that does too. Sentry of Time technically does not, irritatingly. But that's fine. We've got ourselves a new lad down here. Your job, you know what, Scalpipe? You've got nothing better to do right now. Head down there, make sure they don't cause trouble. Alright? I just don't want them causing trouble for us. In fact, screw it. You've got, like, stuff and they don't. Put yourself into march mode. Get on top of them as quick as you like. No movement whatsoever from Lord Mazdamundi at this point. He's got so little left and it's so boxed in. Yeah, we basically don't even see anything on his turn. I really hope the group that are attacking him actually end up taking the place, by the way. Nagorond just completed their ritual. Also, the last defenders have attacked Nagorond for literally no reason. Ah, that is actually Malekith's ship. I don't know what it's planning to do. It's concerning me a little bit. Also, it just changed its stance to Dread Expansion. Now, does that mean it's planning to somehow take over a town, or it's just expanding Dread? I.e., like, at the territory it's in, enemies suffer penalties to morale or leadership or something? I don't know. I mean, this does seem to partly affect Clan Skyer, but for the most part, they're just... oh, they've decided to go out onto the ocean themselves, but take a little bit of damage first for no well-explained reason, so well done, lads. And the vampires seem to have given up the mouth of Quaverza without any particular great sorrow over there. Marvellous. Now, these guys immediately start... did you just start raiding, or... no? Okay. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did start raiding. I bet you're not getting much out of it, so we'll just wrap you guys up. Fine. That's okay. I'm not really sure where you came from or what you are, but oh dear. The dog pile on Queek continues. It's flipping lizards and undead and everything. More Confederation. Lothern is expanding quickly. Nagorond. Yep, the raiding, we know about that. So we are, yeah, noticeably and significantly ahead of Nagorond. Albeit not by much, which feels weird. I feel like we should be miles ahead. But the computer is... the cheating, well, the computer's always cheated in Total War, but it kind of feels like it's really badly, aggressively cheating on this occasion. More than usual. Right, out of that, you've got yourself this guy, so you'll be able to move nice and far. Let's just quickly finish this guy. Okay, apparently, we need to declare war on this bastard. You know what? I think I'm pretty happy to just basically go with... let's just get in there and take this guy out. Because I feel like I didn't start the war. He did when he flipping, you know, invaded. And I don't think he's going to be around for particularly long, to be honest. Oh dear, I think he's dead. It wasn't the longest war in the world in some ways. Let's just eat up to make sure we're healthy. And yep, you are now bold. Lovely. So leadership and charge bonus, I'll take that. Celestial Storm, dead. A potion of toughness. Replenishes hit points, armor, and melee defense. That's actually pretty useful. I might give that to somebody. Yeah, absolutely. So, Scalpite, you can just basically head back north again. You're up to level 15. Very, very good indeed. And yeah, just get Blastmaster underway. Those things are all very important. Now, Skrulk has technically taken a little bit of a knock during this whole period, but I'm sure he'll be fine, because now we can get him back on land. And as soon as he's back on land, he should start regenerating some strength for all his units. So... momentarily, he will get into a good position, and there we go. Very, very nice indeed. So yeah, at this point, he's got himself 2 gold chevron rat ogres, loads of gold chevron and almost gold chevron on that. We kind of need to find someone for him to murder just for these guys to get a bit more experience. Because it would be nice just to get those guys into level 7. Because as long as they're level 7, they get the benefit from 15% bonus damage. In fact, actually, we should be able to see that already, right? Yeah, missile damage, 308 for these guys, 362 for those guys, thanks to the benefit of Whip Smart. Very, very nice indeed. Also, Arkling just leveled up for literally no reason, but that is always nice to see. We may as well just give you, yeah, Blastmaster as well. Now, you, my good man, could probably do with actually being gifted some new stuff. How much do we have in the global recruitment pool? Global recruitment pool of 3. Probably, I'd say what you could do with is we could get rid of one of your units of slingers and actually give you something better in return in the global recruitment. We've got plenty of money right now, so why don't you have some better stuff? In particular, you could probably do with, yeah, some actual Plague Claw catapults of your own. So I will give you some of those. They're a bit expensive, but you can have 2 of them. Going to take 4 turns, that's fine. And what else would you like that's cool? Right now you've got yourself some of those laddies in terms of the slingers, so you don't have any bombardiers or anything. Might not be a bad idea for you to just have 1 unit of these lads. Yeah, they're 4 as well. I mean, it's going to take a while to train them, but screw it. It's really worthwhile purely on basis of if there are any dinosaurs that show up, like a single unit of Poison Wing Globadiers can really turn that around. So, that's you up to 20 out of 20. Very, very nice indeed. Still need to find some... Aha! That siege has been broken. Right, this is the opportunity we've been waiting for. So, this army is now available. I just need to assassinate one of these guys. A chief or a mage priest. Those guys are the rarer ones. Okay, only 7% failure chance. Come on, Shrek. You can do this. Success. And that should get me... Hang on. That should get me... belonging to one of the following... Okay, I feel like I just did that. Lizardman, which includes that guy. Yeah, carried successful assassination, wound or kill against one character belonging to... Maybe I get told it succeeded next time. I feel like I just did that, but whatever. And just keep making this guy better and better, because why not? Yeah, this thing over here, what exactly is this? Because this is worrying me slightly. So, Soul Rain, it can do a bombardment in the local area. Brazen Cauldron, another bombardment. This time, yeah, better against multiple units. Strong versus a single unit. Okay, so it's got bombardments appropriate for single or multiple units. And it's also got a different bombardment that's also good against... good against artillery pieces. Well, aren't you just fun to have around? And there's also just 3 units in here. Now, we should be okay for the time being, I would say, because, yeah, Chamber of Visions is well protected. Sentinels of Zeti is just sitting there doing nothing. Maybe just in case, I'll just slap some extra defences on there, but I don't think this is particularly a problem, to be honest. And then beyond that, yeah, all of this is just ruined, so after that point you'd need to come around to here, and all of this is walled too. Basically, we've walled the entire empire, because what I've learned in Warhammer 2 is enemies just appear out of literally cocking nowhere, so you kind of may as well. And perfect timing, Pahaux has also hit level 3, so naturally they also get the improved garrison and also the improved towers, the sniper nests, together with the maxed out scrap heap. Very, very lovely indeed. Just so we can do extra training around here. Admittedly, there's nothing we can really train around here, but screw it, I like having maxed out scrap heaps. It's nice to keep corruption under control. Public order is slowly but surely going up. Everything seems pretty calm here. Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, at this point, thanks to technology, we're gaining benefits right there. The corruption situation and the food situation is under control. So yeah, between technology and food, we can pretty much tax everywhere without ever worrying about it again. Oh, hello! Everyone in the world just declared war on Lothar, possibly because they just completed Ritual 4. That's probably what actually happened there. Once you've completed the 4th ritual, all the other main players in the game automatically just auto-declare war against you, because why wouldn't they? I just didn't notice because I was already at war with all of them because I'd already sent intervention forces, so that's fine. Now, that Nagarond Black Ark, what's it actually down here for? Because it's unnerving me a little bit, as I am technically at war with these guys. I'd like to hope Clan Skier might be planning to do something about it, but wherever they're going... Yeah, I'm not sure what they're planning to do with these units. Even with the support of bombardment, there's only 3 there. What are you planning to do? Also, Queek, you've got an odd army, mate. You're still relying on Skaven slaves for your slingers, but you've got 3 Doom Wheels and 2 Warp Lightning Cannons. Though, on the plus side, at least you've actually now got some Storm Vermin going on, so that's nice. Hopefully at this point... Ah! I think they're finally breaking the back of the Elf invasion. So, hopefully, they can at this point start taking some territory back. Yeah! This is looking much better. Good, good, good. Well done, Queek. You really thought you were in trouble there for a second, but it feels like you're finally back on top of it. Only just, though, there's still some big, scary elven armies floating around there. Like, I suspect Dawn's Light's going to fall again yet. Ah, you have lost that territory over to Krokgar, though, unfortunately. And, okay. Torellosaur indeed did manage to break into Dawn's Light, but they just ransacked the place. They didn't actually want to take it. Also, the Dark Elves of the Bloodhall Coven, who just live over there in their one territory, have just basically shown up and no longer want to be not aggressive. You know what? If you want to have a go, try and invade. Good luck. I've walled up literally everything in the world. Not sure where Marathi's forces, who are totally around here somewhere, have gone. Possibly they're hidden around here, and I just can't see them. I don't have visibility at the minute, but... I still haven't technically... Have I still not... Okay, why have I not... One character? Was a Slam Priest not a character? I don't know. Also... Okay, I'm going to try this. Oh! I think I assaulted the units rather than assassinating. Okay, I'm going to assassinate this guy. Okay, he's been assassinated. There we go. Got it that time. Marvellous. So, yeah, we are now definitely ahead, and we've just got a bonus 40 there. Excellent. It's because I assaulted units. Sorry, I didn't mean to assault units. That's completely flipping pointless. Still, everything's under control up here these days. Pahaux is looking good. May as well get ourselves some extra alchemy workshop herbs in. The good old herb gathering industry. This guy's just working on all that business. And Skrolk now basically can start moving down south apace. Absolutely beautiful. And soon that whole army will be pretty much up to speed. Very, very good indeed. And I am still very friendly with the undead. Good, 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 good. I was about to say, because they do actually still have a full stack army up here, which works for me, because it means if the French show up again, they can just see those guys off. So I'm pretty happy with all of that, all things considered. In which case, yeah, Scroll continues moving down south. Everything for the moment is calm. At this point, we're pretty much into the final preparations for the final ritual and the final battle. Admittedly, right now, I can't see where that's going to take place, which is unfortunate. So I may as well just get you moving back up towards Oixel. This area is safe. It doesn't matter where the ritual really happens on this occasion. Now, I've pretty much just reinforced everything. Everything's just reinforced. Everything's going to have everything. Mouth of Quaverza, get that up to level 3. And this apparently is... Ah, yes, exotic animals. We'll get that in, and then the next slot we'll also just slap down walls as soon as possible. Get that in, get the Mouth of Quaverza nice and defended. That's defended. Quetzal is already up to level 2, and I can't actually afford that, which is a shame. Get that up to level 3. Nothing special here. Alright, screw it. In that case, is the... Yeah, Skaven Corruption feels very much under control for the time being, so I'll just take the Rattling for an extra 80 income, because the income's looking good right now. Very, very nice indeed. But, at this point, Skrolk is coming home, and it's time for him to build a flipping army out of everything that's here. Now, do you have anything you'd want to hand over to Lord Skrolk over there, Ulsus? Honestly, I don't think you do. Like, that's a good army. Actually, no. You've got one unit of gold chevron bombardiers. Okay, so we're having that off you. Sorry about that, by the way, but we're swapping out our bombardiers for your lads. Because your bombardiers are better. Between turns here, the Admiral continues moving somewhere. Possibly he's just, like, scooping up, like, little benefits. Just, like, you know, random stuff. Ah, and I'm guessing that little spinning line around him is his area of effect. It's not just the province he's in, or rather the province, like, he's next to. It's anything within range of the ship. That's really cool. I'd heard of the Black Arcs. I'd never actually used them myself. I haven't really done a proper Dark Elf campaign yet. I like the High Elves. I just like basically showing up with Teclis and his lovely little net spell and all the archers in the world and just basically, you know, pinning things down with the net and then just shooting them. That entertains me. It kind of gets to the root of why I like Total War, which is shooting things with archers. But you know what the Skaven will do? They've got artillery. That's like archers, but better. And yet another mission, recruit the following type of unit, Rat Ogres, in 2 turns. Okay. Why? Okay, I guess we just get some Rat Ogres in, sure, for 30. If it speeds things up a little bit, I have no objection to just basically... Where can we actually train Rat Ogres? Do we have local Rat Ogre production here? I think we did at some point. Yeah, we did, actually. I mean, you've given me 2 turns, and literally I've only got 2 turns, so okay. Sure, I guess we'll train some Rat Ogres, and hopefully that counts, because that's as fast as I can bloody do it. And the march south of Scrolky Scroak continues. Yes, he just gets further and further south. And over here on Scalpite, rank 9 of the actual, the Deathglow Bombardiers. Those guys we want here as well. And once again, you are just leveling up, helping out a lot here. Ballistics Instructor, get that range up. If we've got ourselves a good quality guy like our Camerspark in the army, then our artillery can outrange artillery that would normally outrange it. And that's pretty bloody important. And this is a good place for Shriek to hang out right here. Good visibility of the road. I can still see up to Kotek's Causeway, and indeed, as far off as the Fallen Gates over there. Right by Maku Peaks, and this area is still very much something I can see as well. Spot on. Now, Clan Skyer, what exactly are you planning? Because you briefly headed into... Yeah, now you're still inside the... Why did you just go inside that territory that was just, like, you know, giving you attrition? I don't know. Possibly they were thinking something about it. Also, I like these Wood Elves that are still in the game and still just, you know, getting involved and being relevant. And you're about to flipping take... They just took Dawn's Light. Amazing. I love it. And also very important, we've shaken out in a good place. Food is +1. We're okay. And if we run into trouble, I can activate the dominating scheme for a tiny bit of extra food as well. So everything okay for the time being. Now, is there anything that Sheaf ought to be handing over to Scroak before Scroak heads further south? Because honestly, it doesn't look like it to me. There's a Helpet Abomination of rank 3. Which probably I should hand over, because an Abomination could be useful just to basically throw forward, even if the armor's only 50, 9,000 hit points and flipping 500 damage, and that 500 damage being bonus versus large and armor piercing. It wouldn't hurt to basically have that attached to Lord Scroak when the time comes. So go on then, or have you moving in this direction, and we can basically just go and do that nice and quickly. Oh, the Black Ark is heading back north. Possibly it did come all this way purely for the sake of picking up random shipwrecks. Though admittedly, there's really good money. In the early game, like, one thing I'd do differently is I'd constantly be having an Admiral just basically floating around, desperately trying to pick up all of those shipwrecks. Because they're worth like 5,000 gold apiece, which in the early game is a big difference. But yeah, good to see Queek back on his game, to be honest. He's regaining all of that territory he lost previously. He's doing very, very nicely indeed these days. And an item of power available for Arkling. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So, oh dear. A lord we once thought less treacherous has indeed stolen from me an item of great power. Oh dear. I mean, it's also a common Dawnstone, which is pretty useless. So... why did that, I don't know. Look, there's going to be some punishment going on. Oh, wait, hang on. Is this is an Arkling? This is presumably, like, someone else who works for Arkling? I guess. Screw it. We're just going to get 3,000 and... wait. Why would I ever... I would never trade 3,000 gold and 4 loyalty for a flipping common item. Dear, oh dear. Yeah, let's just do some punishment here. Lovely. And also an extra 30 Warpstone... by virtue of, we actually recruited an extra ogre, which was apparently important. Now, time to do a quick bit of switchy roundy here. So, you come over here and do a bit of switchy roundy with Scroak. I'm not sure if that's actually going to burn Scroak's movement points. Hopefully, it's just going to burn yours. So, Scroaky Scroak, we need to, I want to take this, and do I want to take the... I'm not so desperately excited by the Doom Wheel, to be honest. I feel like I can do without that. I could also give you some more stuff here, but none of that is actually the gold chevron stuff we need. We need to be up to level 7 with the gold chevrons. So I guess I could give you some storm vermin, but none of that's that great. I mean, probably stuff I'm trading fresh is going to be better than that, because now I'm getting like +2 experience or something to anything I'm trading fresh for storm vermin, I think is some tech I've got going on. So just give him that, and give him in return what's not so great. In all fairness, plague monks need to start being retired. Right, so that's that. And oh, that also burns Skrulk's movement points. Ouch. Or at least a very large part of them. Dear, oh flippin' dear. Right, get you over to here. And you, my good man, can basically just... Actually, you may as well just hang out here. We don't know where the 5th ritual is going to be. We will find out very soon. So you may as well hang out here in the centre, getting ready to respond. So it might be Altar of Horndrat. Maybe just head over to Quetzal, just in case it is. That'll be fine. And as for ulcers, yeah, you've got something to hand over to Lord Skrulk too. So you hand over... Yeah, this guy over here is definitely superior, and probably trade that for... Do I want more than 2 Deathglow Bombardiers in that army? Do I? I mean, bare minimum, I don't want these lads, because these guys, I'm sure we can do better down south than that. So, possibly, I just trade out... I mean, Plague Monks, that is rank 7, which is not the worst thing in the world. But then, Plague Monks, am I ever going to use Plague Monks in the final battle when they just have so little armour? It just strikes me as not a good idea in the slightest. Yeah, I'll just do that trade. I'm not going to be taking Plague Monks into the final battle. So do that exchange. Is there anything else we want out of your army? No, there is not. We're just picking apart the best of the best here. So, Ulcers, get back in Itza. This is where you live. And good old Skrulky Skrulk, I'd say, yeah, next turn, you are going to head underground. That's what you're doing. You're going to head into the Underway, and you're going to head over to Oixal and join up with... Apparently just various people have just leveled up. Skrulk, have you... No, it's Alchemist Spark. Alchemist Spark, who needs to be immortal. Abso-flipping-lutely make Alchemist Spark immortal. I don't want anything happening to him. Alright, I want him around forever. It'll be flipping beautiful. And also, Vomik has just leveled up from standing around too, because it just happens kind of just naturally and slowly over time, so it's fine. Make him more of a survivalist, sure, why not, eh? And Arkling's new army is with him as well, marvellous, so he's actually got some decent stuff. Not the best army, but against what remains of Mazdamundi at this point, it'll do the flipping job. It'll be flipping fine. And how are we doing over here, by the way? Aha! Perfect timing. Swamp Town up to level 3 in 4 turns. Then we give it walls. We reinforce its garrison. And this place is... Yep, it's got itself its new garrison too. So this place is now, while not perfect, that's going to be enough to hold the line for the time being against the tiny forces that Mazdamundi is capable of actually fielding. And if he does start moving out, I've got Shriek right here to just nail anything heading in this direction. Very, very nice indeed. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I would say that is enough for now, but we are getting very, very close to the end of the game at this point. We are now building the final army that wants to actually go on the final mission, and we want it to be just swimming in experience when it goes on its way. And ooh, I like all this. I like all this a lot. Oh, that missile damage at 97 rather than 89. That's a lovely, lovely increase. That 12% is a beautiful step up. We will continue merging together the armies into ever better forces here. We have got ourselves some good quality storm vermin to bring in over there as well. To go with, oh, flipping rank 9 down here. You know what? Maybe we will have extra flipping Deathglow Bombardiers in this army. Yeah, we will also... Ooh, rank 7 and 8. Yeah, you've got some good stuff. You've got some excellent quality stuff. Scalpite, I think we will have to have a think about that very, very much indeed. So, next time, we will figure out where the 5th and final ritual is going to take place. I assume it works like the others, where you do still need to do it for 10 turns. It's not just like, hit that button, then it's time for the final battle. I assume it's the 5th ritual, then it's the final battle. So, we will figure out where those rituals are going to be. We will redeploy our troops accordingly. Hopefully it's nothing like, you know, too obscure and ridiculous up in the north. I'm just kind of basically building up everything just in case it's something stupid up in the north. But I'm kind of hoping it'll be similar to what we've seen already. Choppyotl, Itza, and Oixel. Because if it's that, I mean, also the Chamber of Secrets would be fine too. It's not the Chamber of Secrets. I'm pretty sure it's not the Chamber of Visions. The Chamber of Secrets would be fine too. We don't actually know where Hogwarts is right now, but I'm sure we'll be able to find it. It'll all be 100% fine. Yes, we will figure out where those rituals are. We will redeploy our troops accordingly, and we will begin the 5th ritual and see just how much cocking chaos the game is throwing at us this time. And beyond that, well, we are getting very, very close by to the final battle. But I'm glad there's a 5th ritual, because Skrulk basically needs to run around smashing everything in the face, because Skrulk's units need to get themselves some experience. Because if he can just get all these units up to rank 7, and he can just basically level up a few more times, and take just a few more of these beautiful, sexy, final red tree skill perks, like, oh yes. Yeah. To me it feels like Whip Smart for the melee attack, missile resistance, and leadership up for all the Storm Vermin, plus mutagenic elixirs for, oh yeah, armor, leadership. That one's not so important, actually. It feels like it's more about Whip Smart. If we can just get Whip Smart sorted out, and we can also manage to get a whole bunch of Storm Vermin up to rank 7, that'll be the big stuff. But we're getting there. This series is coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to an end very, very soon indeed. It is the beginning of the end, I'd say, next time. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. This has been Total War Warhammer 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye. We've all learnt a valuable lesson here. When people have the zombie plague, don't allow them into confined spaces with you. We should just actually, like, use cannons. Do we have cannons? Use the cannons. Oh, they've got a big hammer. That's what the noise is. And a pirate's just rammed them. Okay, I think we're in a traffic jam on the sea.